Hello again. Facebook and YouTube subs, family, friends, associates, business partners, and loved ones. Pardon me, y'all. I had to break up my live stream because dude left his jump box, so I had to go get it for him. Sorry about that. So, let me rewind this. So first and foremost, this video is going to be about good credit in 6 months or less. I'm going to start that out by giving you the addresses for all three bureaus, as you can see. And when you send your dispute letters in, if you're going to send a letter in, please send it certified mail. Also, I have the phone numbers. Equifax, 888-548-7878. TransUnion, 800-916-8800. And Experian, 888-397-3742. Okay, so can't see the live feed on my Facebook, but doesn't matter. We're gonna keep going. So now, step number one-ish, we're gonna deny all negative credit history. Period. So any account that is in collection, you should ask for validation, not verification. Please remember that. That's big. That's any installment trade line that has a negative history. You're going to check the box that says never been late. So that's car payments, mortgage payments, credit card payments, student loans. Okay, so all negative items will be removed 7 years after the date reported. Under each negative item, there will be an estimated date that the item will be removed. There will be some items that remain negative after you deny those accounts. With those accounts, you have to contact the company that has the account. There will be an address and phone number with every account on your credit report, so it will be easy to contact the necessary companies. Before you call the company, check the estimated date that the item will be removed. The closer you are to that date, the better your negotiating power will be. If you're within 6 months of that date, don't even bother to contact the company. Just wait for the date to pass and check to make sure that the item was removed from your credit. Okay, so for an item that remains after your denial, and are more likely 6 months from the removal date, you would need to make arrangements with the debtor. Even if you pay off a negative account, you should still deny the account. After its payoff, it's better if the account is completely removed. The reason for this is that it's still going to show negative on your credit, even though it's paid off. Granted, a paid off collection debt is much better than an unpaid collection debt. If a paid collection debt remains on your credit, it's 100% better than it is being unpaid. But it still shows that you had to be turned into collections before you paid your debt. You would then be labeled a slow pay, but that's still better than a no pay. Building credit. Pardon me. Let me get some of this coffee in me real quick. A lot of people, hold up, let me turn on my comments too. Sorry about that, y'all. I see y'all watching. Hey, what's going on, Mackie? 800. Let me turn that down. I can see comments. How you doing, Mandel? How you doing, nephew? Always gonna give a shout out, you know how I do. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down. Gonna give a shout out, That's fun right there. Okay, back. Building credit. A lot of people do not understand what builds credit and what does not. Paying a mortgage payment to an established mortgage lender builds credit and is considered a major trade line. Doing a lease purchase or just paying rent does not build credit. In fact, it will only show up on your credit if you're delinquent. Now, real quick plug to my business, My Econ, which I'll describe a little later. We have a program that actually, if you're paying rent, right? Not a mortgage, rent. I don't care if it's an apartment, townhouse, a private house, whatever. We have a program that once you sign up for this program in the company, that they will report it to your credit. So some people might want to check that out. I mean, you get stuck paying rent for upward 20 years and you're getting no credit for that. I mean, that's a direction you might want to, check into. Okay. Things that are considered credit. Bingo. Number one, mortgage payments, car payments, major credit cards, department store cards, and lines of credit are just a few examples. Anything that requires a monthly payment to a major financial institution that reports monthly to your major credit bureau, basically. Things that are not considered credit. Check-ins and savings, bank accounts, utilities, rent, and bank debit cards. There are several ways to build your credit. I will give you two of the simplest ways. Okay. Go to any major bank or simply look online for a secure credit card. If you can afford it, get 3 different cards from 3 different banks. Put $500 on each card if you're able to. You have a total of $1,500 plus application fees. You can use a lower amount to put on each card, but that means when you start getting unsecured cards, your spending limits will be lower as well. Once you get the cards, max out all 3 cards, and at some point, and then pay them off to zero. From that point, keep them under 1/3 of the limit. So that's about 33.3%. I'm going to say keep them around 20%. This is just my personal belief. This is my target percentile I like to be in. But hey, if you want to be in the 30s, be my guest. The reason for the max out is so when you apply for an unsecured card, they will give you a higher limit. If a bank gives you a card for $1,000 and the most you have ever spent is $300, why should they turn around and give you $5,000 and tie up money with you when the most you've ever needed was $300? Credit card companies rent money out. You hear that? Credit card companies rent money out. Fictitious money. Amazing. They only get paid when you use it. You have to justify needing a higher limit. But if you have never gone over $300 of a $1,000 limit, why would you expect the bank to tie up $5,000 with you? See how that works? Second, find someone with a major credit card that also has never been late on that card. Have them add you to the card as an authorized user. They must give the company a social security number or will not report on your credit. So basically, this is called the piggybacking. That's what you're doing. You piggybacking. How you doing, Harry, man? School? AP, how you doing, sir? Always a pleasure. If you piggyback on somebody's credit, you got to be careful. Because what I tell people is, anybody that has good credit, normally you have good credit and then you have bad credit, right? That's how that cycle works. So you can piggyback on somebody with good credit and 2 months later they can file bankruptcy. So you got to understand that person, whether it be your mom, whether it be your sister, your significant other, whoever it may be. Hey, what's up, James? That used to be my workout buddy in high school right there, man. James, I see you, boy. I see you. So whoever you're going to piggyback with, make sure they are, we're going to say financially responsible. I know some people past 30 years, they've never been late on a payment, ever. Like I said, I know. That's not me. I've been late, but I know some people that haven't. Most credit card companies will say that they don't take authorized users. Your response to this is ask them to take it for security purposes. If the person you're speaking with refuses, ask to speak to the manager and try security purposes approach again. So basically, if you follow these instructions, your credit health will improve greatly. All information is provided to you courtesy of me. So this is just years of studying, trials and tribulations, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I want to show you this chart. A lot of people don't understand. It's a little blurry on my end, but I'm going to read it through the back of the paper because that's what I do. So hopefully y'all guys can, no, y'all can see that because I can see it pretty clear on my side. But just in case, the green box, payment history. The orange box below, amounts owed. The yellow box, length of credit history. Blue box, new credit. Purple box, types of credit. Now this is basically how your credit score gets compiled. This chart. So you can screenshot that, print it for your records. And, payment history in your credit file is supplied by credit grantors with whom you have credit. This includes both open accounts and accounts that you have already been closed. Anything, pardon me, anything negative on your credit report, obviously, work to get that off. But if you have, don't remove positive credit. Even, if it's just on there, I'll give you an example. I had someone start a Best Buy, I think that's CNBA bank account on my credit report. They received $1,000 limit. And the weird thing was, they would get stuff and pay it off. Never was late, yada, yada, yada. So, this happened for like a year and a half. I was away out of town, college break. But when I saw this, I was like, I'm not going to even challenge it. Because at the end of the day, it's positive. Now, I have a Best Buy account, courtesy of, I want to say it was one of my family members. But, regardless, I have a Best Buy account. Thank you. Okay. Another fact. Payment in full does not remove your payment history. The length of time information remains on file. Credit and collection accounts, 7 years, plus 180 days from the date of the original delinquency. You have to understand that because some people say, it's been 7 years. They haven't taken this crap off my credit. You got to look at the last delinquency, that date. Courthouse records, basically 7 years from the date filed, except bankruptcy chapter 7 and 11, which remain from 10 years. I tell people, this is just my belief in the way I was brought up. I'm not going to file bankruptcy, man. And sometimes I get to a point where I say, you know what, I'm going to file bankruptcy. I'm a little older. I don't care. I'll start over. But, one of the first questions they ask on any loan application is, have you ever filed bankruptcy before? So imagine if you filed bankruptcy in the 80s, and here it is 2020, you have to answer yes. And now I try to take away what people can use against me. This is something that they can hold over your head. Like, oh, you filed bankruptcy back in the 80s or 90s. We can't give you credit. No, I'm not going to be that person. Everybody obviously slips when it comes to credit. My boy Harry, military, government, they don't play that. If you're ranked high enough, you got to have good credit. You have to. Which is a good thing. Okay. Let me see. A lot of people out there, they deal with, cash. They old school. Like, I pay for everything. If I don't have the cash, I'm not paying for it. Well, fast forward to 2020. A lot of places, you can't, they won't deal with you if you don't have a card, man. You have to have some type of credit card or a debit card. If you want to get a hotel or plane reservation, if you want to rent a car, some places will let you pay cash, but then they're going to want these phenomenal deposits. Like, I'm not going through all that, man. Don't treat me like that. You take my money, I'm taking your car. Here you go. Take this card. So, again, the intent for my videos or for the people that, you know, I deal with on a daily basis, or whoever look at my videos, I'm trying to give you something that you can take and apply to real life. You know, like I say, I state it all the time, and not to disrespect any school or education institute. They don't teach you how to survive in the real world, man. So me and James, me and Harrison, me and Chuck, a lot of us, me and Scooby, we all went to school together. And I say it all the time, man. Like, we learned about, you know, the Diary of Anne Frank, the War of 1812, the Civil War, you know, things of this nature. Here it is, I'm 46 years old. And I never made $1 off the Diary of Anne Frank. Period. You know, dissecting sharks. You know, I'm not making money off that stuff. All right, so what I do in my videos, I talk about a little bit of finance, and then I get over to my company, which is MyEcon. You can find my company, me, directly at, and I'm going to type it in the Facebook right here. While I say it, it's Larry Shields, the number 3, myecon.net. Wow. Just typed it up there. And I want you to also look up 6 Figures, that's FIGURES, live.com. And this is basically, it's going to tell you like what the company is about, some testimonies. You know, this company, man, deals with so much. You know, what other company you know you can repair your credit and get paid while you do it? Now, I'm not gonna sit here and brag and say, yeah, man, I'm making, you know, yada yada yada, like thousands of dollars a day. No, but I invested $50 to come into the company. I'm pulling up on my phone right now, and so November, December, I started the company November the 16th, I believe, and basically I did it for November, December. I had a move in January, so January, February I was a little busy. Now I'm going full speed. Trust me. Let me see if you can see this. Let me try to get this to where you can see it. Can you see this, guys? My name's at the top, Larry Shields. Let me touch it so you can see the company name. Can you see that clear? It says Larry Shields3.myecon.net. That's the company I just gave you guys. And why is it coming in blurry like that? There we go. So I've invested $50. And as you can see, the company pays out every week. And I made roughly back about, let's say, $335. That's a good investment. Now, another insight on this company. This is some of the stuff it does. Right here. We have a smart credit system, debt elimination tools and calculators, financial literacy and education, investment education, wealth building strategies, correct tax withholdings. So basically, this company teaches you how to properly fill out your W-4s. So if you work for Joe Schmo, you know, he's going to take less taxes from you. Anybody know me know I've always been in business for myself. So as a business owner, you're in a different tax bracket. You can write certain things off. So why not write off fuel, maintenance, you know, part of your cell phone bill, groceries, clothes. You know, these are all business expenses. Business record keeping software. Personalized financial success. Discounted travel. That's not just deals on, like, you get deals on rental cars, hotels, luxury spots. I don't care if it's mobile home, you know, you got to check out this website, bro. Cashback malls. And this is not for places that you won't shop. They have like Foot Locker, they have Dollar General, they have different stores that you want to, you know, like. Wholesale price products and services. Business ownership. Earn huge weekly commissions. Residual income for life. Let me explain something to you. This company is 15 years old. It has over 50,000 associates in the company. This company's paid out over $500 million to these associates. Better Business Bureau rating. You can Google it. It has an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. So go to BBB and type in MyEcon. This company's strong, man. Back to the paper though. I think I was on mentorship and guidance, online marketing training included, Facebook groups with top marketers, learn directly from 6 to 7 figure earners. You know, I'm gonna sit here and tell you the truth, man. I just showed you my papers, what I make. You know, it's not a lot of money, $350. But I made it with a Facebook post. I didn't have to scratch. I didn't have to report to nobody. I didn't have to deal with traffic. People know how adamant I am about Maryland traffic. Like, we stink. So, I mean, I always tell people, even if you don't get with my company, you better get with something. A lot of my buddies that came in here in my age bracket, you know, it's not getting any easier, man. Unless you want to be 70 years old, working for Tommy Ford, I mean, hey, kudos to you. That's not going to be me, though. I promise you that one. I want everybody to come through and find me on YouTube, man. So YouTube link, I'm not even going to put the link. I'm going to tell you the easiest way to find me. All you got to do is type in Larry, space, Shields, space, and a number 3. Like, let's support each other, man. Come through, you know, subscribe, watch some videos, like them if you like them. If you don't like them, check that. I want an honest review. You know, critique me, man. Let me know what I could do better. I'm going to give away free credit stuff, man. Anything to do with finances. I'm going to talk about different topics, man, because, you know, hey, this is my world. So the world I live in, I want to try to affect it and make it better. So if I could reach 1 or 2 people, I'm doing something big. Like my beard. So again, let's say 100 people comment on one of my videos, right? I'm going to break it down to 4 different groups because I'm always going to have groups of 25. So meaning out of 25 people, 1 person, this is how much I believe in this company. 1 person, I'm going to pay for you to join the company. Now, this is how the company works. Because I paid, you get 30 days. If you don't make a penny, if you don't see any potential, if it's not for you, whatever reason you might have, just don't pay the next month. You don't owe them nothing. The money that I pay will take you to the next month. So you can walk away. You can say, you know what, this is not for me. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I need to focus on my kids, whatever. Bam. Free membership. Now, like I said, per 25. So if 25 people comment, I'm going to pick 1 winner. If 100 people comment, I'm going to pick 4 winners. You get the math. Another beautiful day in Maryland. I'm going to break away from my company. I love this company, man. This company has products that we can use on a day-to-day basis. Any other company I've looked at, they might have 1 or 2 products, but then it's some stuff that you never use. I don't want to be with that company. Definitely, man. Look me up again on YouTube. I appreciate the support and love. You know, and I'm going to just, you know, some people going to get tired of hearing about finances. You know, it's sad, man, but this world is set up to, you know, people want to. Hold on, let me respond to one of my YouTube family members. Bam. You know, it's sad that if I was sitting here talking about something controversial, it'll probably go viral. But, you know, I'm going to try to give you something that you can take and make your life better. Financially better, man. People say the money is the root to all evil. No, not having money and struggling for it is the root to evil. That's when you get these bad thoughts in your head. Lack of money. Now, you shouldn't be consumed by money. Don't just like want a piece of everything that's going on in the world. I mean, we need to be in a world where we can share success, man. Like I tell people, anybody that watch my videos, they can see it. Like any of my family or friends come in and they doing businesses. Like my nephew, he's down in North Carolina. And hey, how you doing, Casey, man? You know, my nephew, he's down in North Carolina, man. He started a cleaning service. You know, check him out. If you down in North Carolina, check him out. I'm gonna always plug in my people. Harry, I believe my buddy Harrison Smith, He started like a he started something with cleaning. I don't know exact. Forgive me, I don't know exactly what type of cleaning it is, but you can hit him up and see. See, I'm always going to piece together people, man. I try to plug connects to connects. Whereas though most people they want a middleman. See, I'm gonna give away the bottom basic credit stuff, but now we do have big boy credit stuff going on. So if you want in on that, and I'll be making videos showing you that. Cause like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. About 4 or 5 months ago, man, I don't think I could have got financed on a pack of gum. I made some mistakes, you know. Life happened. I was transitioning, and and I had to rob Peter to pay Paul. But I promise you one thing: when I show you these results, not only will you do a backflip, I'm gonna laugh while you do it. Man, that's some good coffee right there. Casey, why you not at work? I'm gonna go back and reply to all the comments and stuff after I finish my live stream. Yeah, man. People gotta people gotta get it together, man. Before you know it, it's 2050. Okay, I got you. Got you, buddy. Enjoy your lunch, man. Definitely enjoy your lunch, buddy. Before you know it, man, it's gonna be 2050. And like, what's up, Beezy, man? I ain't see you popping. How you doing, sir? In 2050, jeez, you don't do it by now. Me personally, 30 more years, I'll be a whopping 76. Think I want to be driving for Lyft, man, listening to them, youngsters just like, get your old ass up the street, pops. Nah, man. I'm trying to enjoy the rest of the life. People retirement age right now is 68 to 70 years old. Okay, Busy. My man down. Where you at, Busy? You at he's down in Orlando. What's down in Orlando? Is it shit, I can't remember. It's one of those is it Universal? What's down there, Busy? Well, anyway, Busy works down there. He'll probably tell me in a second. It was like Universal Studios or whatever. Anywho, inflation, man. You'll be 56 if I let you make it to 56, Casey. Inflation is serious, man. People always, man, that kills me, man. People think the quick fix is let's raise the minimum wage, let's raise it to $50 an hour. If you making $50 an hour, it's going to cost you half of that to eat at McDonald's. People have to understand inflation, period. If you don't understand inflation, I'll give you another breakdown. Let's see me, for example, from myself to my dad to my granddad to my great granddad. Every one of us have a story. So meaning, my dad used to tell me, boy, I remember when the movies was a quarter. I'm in my dad's position now where I'm going to say, you know, I remember when I could pay, to go to the movies, me and a date, $20. Inflation, man. I remember when soda pops was a nickel. And we're going to say, I remember when sodas were $1.20, whatever. It always changes, man. Back in the 80s, 90s, any of us that was there, uh, if your mom or dad made 100 grand in that household, okay, sorry about that. Universal, Disney, Busch Gardens. Nice, Beezy. Anybody going there with their kids? Holla at me. I'm going to talk to my boy Beezy. If your mom or dad made 100 grand in that household, that was good money, man. Nowadays, I know people that's 20 something years old making 100 grand, 80 grand, struggling. It's not the same, man. 100 grand in the 80s is not 100 grand in 2020. It's not. Okay. People need to understand inflation, man. You need to start teaching your kids. Don't. Hey, what's up, Victor, man? Hey, that's a good dude right there, man. Congrats on your marriage. It's my boy right there, Big Vic. People really need to start educating their kids, man. That's the job as a parent, is to prepare them for the real world. And like I said, schooling doesn't. The best thing I got out of school was math. Anybody that know me knows I'm a human calculator. This is what I do. Outside of that, I mean, honestly speaking, school didn't. It didn't. I'm not promoting drop out of school. Don't get me wrong. But all I'm saying is school doesn't prepare you for the real world. There go my boy Tone, man. Hey Tone, you ain't called me yesterday, man. I see you though. You know it's still love there, bro. We gotta prepare our children for the real world, man. So while they're going to school, you need to be schooling them at home about, boy, look, this how get Microsoft Office, Excel, Word, whatever, PowerPoint. Teach them that stuff. If I had YouTube when I was in school, bro, man, this shit would be unreal. We didn't have that. Us older guys, we had to use Encyclopedia Britannicas. We had to actually physically go to the library. I'm trying to help people with real life situations, man. Kids these days, man, I don't care. Listen, I don't care how much money you give a person without financial education. You can give them a ton of money. They don't know what to do with it. And it's going to show. Thank you. I appreciate that, James. All love, baby. I love everybody in here, man. And it shows, bro. You go out, somebody can go out right now and hit the lottery, right? They win $10 million. You like, oh, they going to be straight. Because, see, this is the thing what I try to tell people, man. And if you understand this in life, you can really expand your view. Meaning, the problem we have as people, let's just say, I'm gonna pick one person out of the group. I'm not picking on you, Casey, but you're the last person to comment. So let's say Casey did something to me, right? That rubbed me the wrong way. The first thing I'm gonna say is, damn, I would never do Casey the way he did me. And that's a fact. So the problem we have in life is we see things through our own perspective, what we wouldn't or would do in that situation. But you got to remember, Casey is Casey. So granted, that's still a fact, but that doesn't change the fact that Casey did what he did. You see how that works? See, man, these white hairs aren't here for nothing, man. It's a lot of wisdom, boy. A lot of wisdom. You don't have to take everything I say for face value. But just look, watch. Life is about perception, man. That's where you get people that say, optimistic, pessimistic, half full, half empty. It's the way you see things. People can go through the worst tragedy in their life and smile through it because their perception is clean. Like me personally, I view death a different way than most people. It's not that I'm cold-hearted. I don't, if somebody dies, I mean, think about it. You really think about the true calling, like you were born to die, man. From the minute you're born, you're ticking down. You only get so many heartbeats, much time to live. You know? So I'm not selfish. See, when someone dies that's close to you, you always say, I'll never see her again, or I wish I had more time with her. We always see the way it impacts us. We don't see the fact that, damn, that person might have been struggling with their health, in pain, might be 100 years old. I mean, I don't. I'm more compassionate or sympathetic with a child. I don't think that a 1 year old should be in the ground. But if you're 70 something years old, if you're 50, if you lived a full great life, an impactful life, and you went out of here, I mean, It's gonna happen, man. That doesn't distinguish between race, financial status, job status. You're born to die. But I'm gonna get away from that gloomy subject because it's Tuesday. We trying to be more uplifting on my lives. You know, how's everyone doing coming in? Appreciate the love, man. I'm liking this live streaming, man. They should have had this out 20 years ago. Man, I ought to put my face on every continent. Just chilling, man. That's what I like to do. I like to talk. Passed away at 96. Sorry to hear that. But I mean, 96 is a good life, man. He almost made it a whole century. It's a good life, man. You know, my perception, when I was younger, I'm gonna tell you how crazy I was when I was younger. Now Harrison, my boy Harrison, he knows me personally, man. Like I was pretty wild, man. I was bad. I was a bad kid, man. I did some bad shit. Period. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I mean, I've always had a good heart, but I did some bad shit. And I used to say to myself, like, man, I don't want to live to be old. I don't want to live to 40. See? There it is, perception. It's amazing how perception work, man. I feel like the age I'm at right now, I'm 46, so I feel like I'm between two. I'm I'm not too far gap from the youngsters out here. I try to talk to them a lot, and I'm still around like our parents. So I'm dead in the middle, obviously. But like, let's just say somebody my age, obviously they don't think I'm old, but a 20-year-old is calling me unc. See how that works? 46 to me isn't old. Like when people do like 46 is the new 36. No, it's not. 46 is 46. God damn it. You got to understand that. I'm not sugarcoating this crap. But what I am going to do is I'm going to keep pushing my information out there. Hopefully, people are receptive to it. If not, I mean, it just feels good for me. It's no point in you having knowledge if you can't pass it. Period. If you're not willing to share your knowledge with, whoever, it don't have to be the world. It could be your family, your loved ones, your friends. Every time I learn something, I study, man. Anything I do in life, I'm gonna do the research on it. I study. When people sleep, like in the morning, I get up, I'm studying. At night, when most people are asleep, I'm studying. This is what I love to do. So please, again, the message of this video primarily was going to be, credit, and then a brief interaction with my company, My Econ. Just check it out, man. It's not going to hurt you to check it out. If you think going to work from 9 to 5 is job security, man, you need to reevaluate, man. Robert Kiyosaki said it best, man. That 9 to 5 approach is a rat race. The American dream. Get a good job. Go to school. Acquire debt. Get a good job. Get a house with a picket fence, a couple of dogs, a wife or a husband, and 2 or 3 kids. You're living it up. No, you're not. Most people that do that are in serious financial debt. And it's only going to get worse. How many people in this video can relate to getting paid and having nothing, man? All that money go out for bills and shit. What it costs now to put your kid through school? If you have a 13-year-old, you put them in private school, it's like paying a college tuition. Period. Everything costs, man. People got 2 phones on their cell phone account paying $300. I just try to, man, I'm going to keep pushing it out here for y'all, man. I want y'all to see. I mean, come on, man. Don't complain. Opportunities are in front of you. You have to just do your research, your due diligence, and see if this company is for you. If not, there's no love lost between us. Just check it out. And with that note, I'm going to be ending this live. I definitely appreciate everybody came through, man. Anybody come through my streams or watch my streams thereafter, I love y'all, man. But please do something now, man, before it's too late. Especially the younger guys, y'all have time. All right, Beezy, I'm gonna send it to you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I got something for you, man. I want to see people win, man. Anybody know me? I've never been a hater. If you doing good, I want to know. Hey, what are you doing, man? Like, put me in. I'm gonna pick your brain. You want to be wealthy, successful? You got to start hanging or thinking or studying these type of people. Now, if you want to watch hood fights on YouTube all day, I mean, 9 times out of 10, sooner or later, you're going to get into a fight. So you start emulating what you want to become, man. It all starts with your brain. You want to be wealthy? You have to think and walk like wealthy people, man. Start making sacrifices. But this is going to be another video. Again, I love y'all. I appreciate all the love. Linda, how you doing? I apologize, you coming in on the back end of this, but I'm trying to set up where I could do streams twice daily. So please turn on y'all notifications and listen to these gems I drop. But enjoy the weather today, Linda. And Beezy, I'm sending that to you right now. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Oh, and I'll be back around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight when the second half get off. Love y'all.